Arakkheya means no need to secure, no need to keep preserve, means don't have to hide. So Arakkheyyasutta, it's from Numerical Discourses, book of 7. It's beautiful sutta, very simple, but as we learn, as we think on this, we can develop the confidence on our Blessed One. The most pure person is the Blessed One. It is mentioned here. Let's see. Chattarimani bhikkave tathagatassa arakkeyani. Because these are 4 areas where the Blessed One has nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Like we see in every person's life, there are some things that we have to keep hidden. Everything means every person's life. Even as we speak the Dhamma, it is not always possible that we follow up to exactly as the Dhamma explains us. But for the Blessed One, it doesn't have to. Buddha doesn't have anything to hide. So, especially these 4 areas where the Blessed One has nothing to hide. These are the things, these four places that we judge person. Whenever these 4 places comes, we see this person, okay, this person is this and that. But the Blessed One has nothing to hide, so it becomes more beautiful. And 3 ways. He is irreproachable. Okay. Anupavajjano. Anupavajjano, reapproachable. It means there is no blaming can be given to him. There is no blame. It comes to there. Okay. Blameless in a kind of in these 3 places. 4 places he don't have to hide, and 3 places that he's free of all the blames. What are those we're going to learn? The first thing, Parisuddha Kaya Samacharo Bhikkhave Tathagato. The four places are, in first one goes, his bodily behavior is pure. Parisuddha Kaya Samacharo. Parisuddha Kaya Samacharo, it means all the things what he do with his body. Nati Tathagatas Kaya Duchcharitang Yang Tathagato Rakkheya Mame Idang Paro Anyasiti. What? So, means his bodily behavior is completely pure. So the realized one has no bodily misconduct to hide. Usually, what we do, we keep our front face is different, the behavior. And behind, we hide ourselves in something else. We do not want, okay, this thing should not come. Even in our life also, my life also, there are certain things that even after becoming monk, I feel, oh, no one should know these things. Oh, that Bande has done this one thing also. That is a common thing. Like, it's beautiful. You have known one incidence of the Buddha. Chincha Manavika. Chincha. What she did to blame the Blessed One. What he has done. To blame him every day, evening, after everyone is coming out of the Jetavana, to going their home, she pretends to go toward Jetavana, beautifying herself, looking good, and she goes there toward that direction. Whenever someone asks where you are going, so she says, I am going to serve the Blessed One. I am going to meet the Buddha. And without entering to Jetavana, she goes in some different place. There was another monastery also. She goes there, stays that night, and morning time when people come to offer Yavagu to the Bantes or to Buddha, she, with the less makeup or without makeup, she comes from that direction. And she says, When people ask, where are you coming from? I stayed in the temple or in the Buddha, and I'm coming back from there. To blame him, the incident happened completely. After a couple of days, with a whole lot of people were there. In that time, she come uh, tying the wood chip or wood to her belly and pretending she is pregnant. She come and accuse the Buddha that the Buddha, you have to take responsibility of your son. So the Buddha is never frightened from that, never did something. Buddha see directly through her and explain, this is not something to hide. This is not something that I have done. Do not lie. Tell the truth. And when the Buddha is not shaken because of her, she got frightened. Automatically, her belly, the wooden sticks fall completely to the ground. So, Parisuddha Kaya Samacharo, even someone tries to blame him with his bodily actions, there is nothing anyone can blame that Buddha has done this thing wrong. Prior to the Buddha, means when the Bodhisattva was there, in that time, we can blame for certain things. We can say, okay, this thing is, he has done something different. But once he attained the enlightenment, since that moment, there is not a single place anyone can blame him. Oh, the Buddha should have done this, Buddha has done that, and he should have hide these things. There is nothing in his life to be hide. Nothing. That much pure his bodily conduct is. There is no bodily misconduct that he has to keep hidden. There is nothing. He was completely open about that. That is the first thing the Buddha explained, which is to Arakkheya, nothing to hide. That is one, bodily conduct. Parisuddha Kaya Samacharo, pure bodily conduct is there. There is no bodily misconduct that he can hide it. There is no rules, there is no regulations in the Buddhism, or because you should not tell about, means like we are reading all the Vinaya, all the everything. Vinaya is there, Abhidhamma is there, sutras are there. Buddha not mention a single place that this should not be told to the common person. There are certain ways how to explain, but there is nothing to hide from him, hide from anyone. This Dhamma is purely open. Even because Vinayas are open. And Vinaya, when someone learn, they will accuse Bantes today. They are not appropriate about that. Means not properly conducting is this way. But the Buddha's wisdom or the way he deal with these questions, there is no one can blame him. There is no bodily misconduct that Buddha has done that needs to hide. His body, his behavior, his way of acting with his body is completely pure. That is the first place Buddha says not to hide. So anytime in your mind comes, why I should follow the Buddha? Because he is blameless. Now 2600 years is almost done. Or yes, it is done. Still, about his bodily conduct, no one can blame. See, that Buddha has done this thing wrong with his body. No one can say that thing. Even now, I do not see anyone accuse him. People may say about certain things, but not about his actions, how he acted. And that is the thing. Buddha never needed to hide. First thing. Second thing Buddha says, Parisuddha vachi samacharo bhikkhave tathagato. Buddha says, the Blessed One has a verbal behavior pure. The Blessed One means his voice whatever he talked, it's completely pure. Natti tathagatasa vachi duchcharitang yang tathagato rakkheya mami idang paro anyasiti. That so the Blessed One has no verbal misconduct to hide, thinking, don't let others find this out about me. No verbal misconduct, verbal. Beautiful sutta is there, Abhay Rajkumar Sutta. We learn that one day the Nigantas, other people came to the Buddha, or the Jains or Nigantas came to the Buddha, not Buddha, one of the disciple went to the Abhay Rajkumar and they asked him, you want to get famous? Go and debate with the Blessed One. And he said, how can I debate with the Blessed One? He is this great person. So say, we're going to prepare you. We're going to teach you how to do this. Okay, go and ask this question. Does the Blessed One use his voice that which can hurt anyone? So he will say, no. The Blessed One will say no, because if he is using the voice which hurt another person, then it is not good. The Blessed One, person like him, how can he use some harsh words? How can he hurt someone with his voice? So he will say no. Then immediately counter question to him. What? That how did the Blessed One say this word that the Devadatta as going to suffer in a hell? He is going to suffer. Because of that Blessed One said there is nothing the Devadatta can get cured. That's why the Devadatta has become enemy to the Buddha. So the Buddha will be very silent, because for what he answered, he cannot use a harsh word. He cannot scold anyone. But he did to the Devadatta. Then it will be very difficult. He will be very silent. There is no answer. But if the Blessed One replies in this, yes, I do use the harsh words, then just immediately say these things. Then what is the difference between you and common person? Because common person use also similar words. They use harsh words, they shout, they do things. So there is no difference. Then why should someone follow you? And he thought, yes, this is perfect questions to ask the Blessed One, and definitely I will be the winner. So he went to the Buddha, saw condition, and next day he invited to his home. He prepared food, give food, and then the conversation starts. This Abhay Rajkumar sat down there and he asked, Bhante, does the Blessed One use the harsh word or does not use harsh words? So the Buddha replies, there is not a simple answer to it. It cannot be given in the precise way, yes or no. It cannot be given. What he prepared, Buddha will give only one of this. He will say yes or he will say no. But Buddha denied here. Immediately he said, okay, the entire plan has been foiled. So the Buddha gave the beautiful simile of that. Buddha says, there was one son is sitting on his lap, and he asked, what you will do, prince, if this young boy, without your knowledge or without caretaker's knowledge, swallows something, what you will do? He will say, I will immediately try to take it out, because this innocent doesn't know anything. So how you will do if it is not easily removed? So I will hold his chin, closely, tightly, and then took my hand in and I pull it very strongly. Even the mouth bleeds. So do you have an intention to hurt him? I said, no. Only compassion toward that child, because he doesn't know. Today we see everything is this way. There was some of the incidents earlier. The writing pain comes, the cap is different. Now there is tick 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 pain, but before there was a cap. Couple of kids swallow it, and what happened? They suffer. That's why every pain comes with the hole. There is a cap, has a hole after the incidents happen. So even someone swallow mistakenly, they can breathe after also that. Such an incident still found. So the Buddha say, why you are doing? Because of compassion. So the Buddha says, same way, Buddha has a compassion toward people. That's why whatever the necessary way to teach the Dharma, Blessed One teaches him. So there is not a single thing that Buddha has said something to someone and he doesn't want anyone to know. Even he has said this thing to the Magandiya that I do not want to touch this body with my fit finger. I do not want to touch with my foot. This body is this much filled with the dirt, this much filled with the impurities, asuchi. That thing also Buddha did not want to hide. Today, anyone, any feminist person can say, how can someone say the body is this much bad? How the Buddha means, how can a Buddha say to that women like this, no one to touch? Because he is the monk. They have to separate it. And beautiful explanation Buddha given. Truly, there are 32 parts filled in the body. And when the same thing, she was sitting, mother was also sitting, and father is also sitting. And mother and father understand what Buddha has to say. She did not. But still, no one can talk about Buddha's words. This word Buddha said wrong. And in his whole life, 45 years, he taught the Dhamma. And not a single word Buddha says, okay, do not tell this thing to the common people. Because Buddha said something here, not true. Not a single thing. Once the enlightenment happened, everything what the Buddha taught, it's pure. There is nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. And that is the greatness of the Buddha. Not a single thing like 2600 years happened. Anyone will say, okay, remove this text. It is not practicable today, or it is not suitable for today's condition. That also cannot be done. If you see the Buddha's words, what they are for and what they represent, anyone in today's condition, they want to argue, this is not applicable today, cannot be done. Because Buddha's words are pure. Parisuddha Vachi Samacharu. Whatever the Buddha has explained, the Dhamma what Buddha explained, there is nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Even for the bhikkhunis, the Buddha had said so many things. And Buddha gave the pure explanation of that. What the Buddha explained, that truly happens. Truly happens. Like usually in today's condition, whenever they see the bhikkhuni sangha, some of them now I'm in India, so many people say these things, or this eight Garudhamma, the Pajapati, etc. That was later added. Buddha did not say that when the women enter into Dhamma, they will be the Dhamma's life will decrease like 500 years. Buddha said that thing, and Buddha gave the precise reason. As long as the bhikkhunis practice this, Dhamma life will be complete. But not, then this will be decreasing. And that happens in the sutras, in the Vinaya. We see the bhikkhu has a 227 precepts. Bhikkhunis has a 315, 312 or 15. That much long precepts. And why those are? Because every precepts Buddha gave after some incidents happened, not before that. Not before that. First 20 years, there was no precept. There was no precepts. First 20 years, after 25 years, after last 25 years, as Buddha was alive, last 25 years, there was a precept. And when the bhikkhunis joined, it increased in so much fast. Even while the Buddha was there, Buddha says these things should be separate, keep separately. But with the nature, that thing happened. So for that cause also, no one can blame. The Buddha blamed someone like this. Even for the Devdatta, Buddha has a compassion toward him. Buddha has a compassion toward him. Said this thing that I want to save. Whole life, Buddha gave precepts, taught him, bring it to Dhamma, everything he learned. But the nature, but at last, he also changed. Yes, I accept the Blessed One is Blessed One. He accepted. So no one can blame the Buddha's words is be wrong, or someone, this word should not be explained to others. There is nothing to what it called, not dictate or reduce, rearranged. Buddha's words, no need to rearrange. As Buddha explained, the same way we should tell. So that is the second thing. Buddha, there is nothing to hide. What? The Buddha's words. Third thing, it says, Parisuddha Manu Samacharo Bhikkhave Tathagato. The Blessed One's mental behavior is pure, completely pure. Nati Tathagatasa Mano Duchcharitang Yang Tathagato Rakkheya Mame Idang Paro Anyasiti. There is nothing that Blessed One's mental misconduct to hide, thinking like this, oh, don't let others find out this. There is nothing. We see that thing. Pure intention the Blessed One has. Pure. Every time the Blessed One teaches Dhamma, he explains precisely why this is needed for practice. Needed for practice. Even means a commonly person thought that the Blessed One, when he attained enlightenment, simply Buddha has one thing. Staying without teacher is not good. Everyone means person should have a teacher to develop the Dhamma. And he started to find out who is superior than him in a sila. No one. In samadhi, no one. In panya, no one. In vimukti, no one. In realization, no one. So the Buddha himself made staying without teacher is home without roof. So what Dhamma I have realized under the Bodhi tree, that will be my teacher. So in the mind also, in whole life, precepts are the precept for the bhikkhus happens later. No one can accuse. The Buddha made the precept for him, others, but he did not follow. No. From the first moment as he realized Buddha's behavior in that way. Because mind is pure. No one can say, oh, the Buddha's intention was wrong. He thought something wrong about others. No. There is nothing that can be hide what the Buddha's thoughts are. It was completely open. Blessed One usually say this. These three things you cannot hide from anyone. Means you cannot hide anything from these three people. What? Means whatever you do, think, or these three things, even you are alone, three people are watching continuously. One, you are yourself. We are watching what we are doing. So even in the mind, the Blessed One has something wrong, he is watching, but there is nothing to hide. Second one, there are some ascetics who has developed this knowledge to see others' mind. We cannot hide anything from them. And third one, the deities are always, they can see the mind. And that is also cannot be hid. So from these three peoples, nothing is to hide. So the Buddha's mind also was not hidden from anyone. That's why there is no manoducharita, impurity of mind. There is nothing in the Buddhas that others should not know. This thing. Fourth thing, Parisuddha Jivo Bhikkhave Tathagato. The Blessed One's livelihood. Livelihood is pure. Natti Tathagatasa Micha Ajivo Yang Tathagato Rakkheya. There is nothing Tathagata's livelihood to hide, that others should not be seen. It's a beautiful thing. Buddha says, asking food from others, no begging, without having any other thought. That is the Buddha's livelihood. So, one beautiful incident we see in the Parajika Pali. One day, the Blessed One, Buddha mentioned, do not steal anything. Okay, that is the precept. Once the bhikkhu steals something which is valuable, after the stealing, the bhikkhu cannot stay as a bhikkhu. He will be died. Okay, so the stealing is one of the livelihoods things. So Buddha's is pure. So Buddha make bhikkhu should not steal. One month, Bante, that these things happen after these precepts, after these incidents happen. Buddha, king has said commonly, everything in this kingdom is donated to the bhikkhus. Okay, so for the bhikkhus, it is completely open. They can come, they can take anything. It is open for them. One bhikkhu thought literally that, and he needed one kuti. He wanted one kuti. So he went to the storage room where the wood is piled. And that wood was secure for the security purpose. So there was a security wall was going to build, and to reinforce it, this wood was needed. So he went there and he said, give me this wood because king has given to me. King did not talk with the bhikkhu yet, but he has said that everything is for the bhikkhu. Means any bhikkhu can take it, anything from the kingdom. Literally, he took that thing and he went and he said, give this wood because king has given to us. So he take that wood and build his own room. One day, the inspection was happening. The king was traveling and see, there was a lot of huge pile of wood is missing. He said, what happened to the wood? He said, king, you have given. He said, you have stole. The person who's guarding, king catched him and put in the prison. This bhikkhu, within every couple of days, he goes there to see what is happening. Because in his mind, in him, he was literally know that king has not given me the permission. But I took the wood because of king has said. If something happened, I should be looking at paying attention on that. This, and he asked, what happened to the previous caretaker? He said, king has captured him because he stole some wood, and he took the responsibility. Bhikkhu went to the king and he said, king, it is not his fault. The wood is given to me. So then when I give you permission for that, because that was for security purpose, if today war happened, because of that wood is not there, we will be losing it. So what happened? So the king said, the bhikkhus replied to him, just because you said last time there that everything in this kingdom is given to the bhikkhu, give it everything, So I took the wood. The king was a little bit shocked. I said in some different manner, but bhikkhu took it, and this incident went to the Buddha. The Buddha blamed that bhikkhu. You know properly why you are looking at for that person, because in you it was written that you are stealing that wood, because king did not give it to permission, and you took it as an intention of stealing. That's why you are looking after what is happening after what is happening. If someone has given permission, you don't have to be worried, no? But you were worried. So Buddha make that precept. Any bhikkhu steals something, he cannot stay the monk. He will be the dead person. That ajivika, even his livelihood, because he wanted to live. So livelihood comes in all four directions, four things. Chivara, Senasana, Pindapata, Gilana Pachaya. These four things, if someone take it wrong way, it means his impure livelihood is there. So the bhikkhu cannot steal. Bhikkhu cannot make up stories to get something or gain something. That cannot happen. If the bhikkhu does it properly with the Dhamma, then it is okay. That thing about the Buddha, no one can blame. Buddha's livelihood is completely pure. Buddha has stayed in the king's garden, in the sandalwood chamber. Buddha has stayed in the brickswood chambers. Buddha has stayed under the trees. Buddha has stayed open ground, open under the sky. And all of them was equal for the Buddha. Buddha did not went to the king, oh, I'm king. This is beautiful garden. I am going to use it for my life. Nothing. Buddha taught Dhamma, and for the payment did not ask anything. Whatever someone voluntarily donate, only that thing is the Buddha's. There is no wrong intention. That livelihood is pure of Buddha. So whenever you develop the confidence on Buddha, you must have this intention that my teacher is completely pure within livelihood, blameless living. No one can blame him. No one can. For the livelihood, his teaching is also cannot be said in that way. There is an incident called Kasi Bharadwaj incident. We chant when we do the chanting. There is a Kasi Bharadwaj Sutta. Buddha went to for alms round. He was young, 35 years, 35, 40 years. So it is quite young. That time people live 150 years. So it was a prime time for him. 40 years. Now I'm 40, so I'm very old. But Buddha was in 40 years. He was very young. 35 years, 40 years. The incidents happened when he was asking the food. The Kasi Bharadwaj, the farmer, said to Buddha, you are young. Why not you work? Why not you do the farming? Earn the money from there. Because that will be the right livelihood. Buddha says, I am doing that. And Buddha taught the Dhamma to him. Buddha teach the Dhamma. And he said, as I am doing, I am a farmer, the Buddha is also a farmer. He cultivates the faith in people. He cultivates the virtue. He develops the samadhis. He gives the wisdom. In that way, Buddha is also the farmer. And I am also farmer. So one farmer gives to the another farmer something, it is not something wrong. Then he took the food from his rice and something, he took and started to give the Buddha. Buddha said, I cannot accept because I taught the Dhamma. I cannot take as a payment. I teach you, I cannot charge you for that. That will be unethical. That will be the blame for the Dhamma teaching. So if you are seeking the payment from it, cannot be given. That's it. But the food is given to the Buddha, no one can eat. So Buddha says, okay, keep it in the water, place in the water, that thing. So even teaching Dhamma to gain something, that is also not the part of Buddha's life. Today morning time, I do every morning, one day, one class. Every morning I'm doing one class that is called Sayukta Nikaya, connected discourses. Every day one sutta I'm teaching here. I started Kassapa Sayukta 3 days before, and today we were discussing about Chandopam Sutta. Buddha explained there how the Dhamma become impure Dhamma Deshana. Dhamma is there, but impure teaching, how it becomes. Because the person who teach Dhamma, his mind is impure. In this way, people may listen me, only listen me. After listening, they feel happy and they praise me, offer me something. Having that intention, someone teaches Dhamma, then that is impure. But if someone teach the Dhamma having this thought, the swakhato, sanditiko, akaliko, ehipasiko, opanaiko, pachatang veditabbo vinyuhi, this is the Blessed One's teaching. And out of compassion, out of daya, out of loving kindness, and out of anukampa. Anukampa, it's words I'm forgetting in English. So anukampa, give the Dhamma so other may listen Dhamma. They may understand it and they may follow the path of enlightenment. With that purpose, someone teaching the Dhamma, that Dhamma is pure. That Dhamma Deshana is a pure one. Parisuddha Dhamma Desana, Buddha explained there. And I'm reading from the Kasyap Sanyukta. So the Buddha says, Kashyapa Bhante, Mahakasyapa Bhante, he is with his qualities. He is with his quality. So that's why the Parisuddha Ajiva, the Buddha's livelihood is pure. Natti tathagata samicha ajivayam tathagato rakkheya. There is nothing to hide from anyone, his livelihood. Imani chattari tathagatasa arakkheyyani. There are these 4 places that Blessed One has nothing to hide. Okay? Then, katamehi tihi anupavajjo. What are these 3 things which is blameless for the Buddha? There is nothing to simply, no one can accuse about anything to the Buddha. Swakhata dhammo bhikkhave tathagato. The Blessed Ones explain the Dhamma's teaching is well. Tatra vatame samano va brahmano va devo va maro va brahma va kochi va lokasming sahadamena patichode sati itipi tvang na swakhata dhammoti. What is? The Buddha's teaching is well explained. So in this world, anyone, whether ascetic, Brahmins, God, Mara, divine, all the deities, or anyone, any human is also, no one can accuse legitimately, properly, that the Buddha's Dhamma is not well said. His teaching is not proper. No one can accuse him. Nimittametang bhikkhave na samanupassami. Not a single sign is there. Not a single reason is there someone can explain, oh, the Buddha's teaching is not complete. Eta mahang bhikkhave nimittang asamanupassanto khemapatto abhayapatto vesarajapatto viharami. Since I see no reason, I live secure, fearless, and aroused. This is the beautiful thing. 2,600 years is done. For what purpose the Buddha taught the Dhamma? Still his teaching, even today, Buddha's teaching is for that. That thing is there. Nothing. Anyone can accuse this Dhamma, this path cannot lead toward enlightenment. This path cannot lead toward purification. Purely. And that is thing, anupavajja. No one can blame him. Blameless. That is the one thing. It's blameless for the Buddha. Second one. Supanyatta kopaname bhikkhave savakanang nibbana gamini patipada. Supanyatta. Very well described. Very well explained. Beautifully described Savakanam Nibbana Gamini Patipada. To disciple the path of enlightenment, extinguishment. This, the Buddha's Dhamma, the Eightfold Path. Beautifully Buddha's explained. Or 37 factors of enlightenment. Satyas Bodhipakshik Dhamma. Buddha explained beautifully. In this world, Yatha patipanna mama savaka asavanankaya anasavang cheto vimukting panya vimukting ditteva dhamme sayang abhinya satchikatva upasampajat viharanti. Practicing according with this, my disciples realized the undefiled freedom of heart and freedom from by wisdom in every life, and they live having realized it with their own insight due to the ending of defilement in this very life. So what the teaching Buddha has taught, like maybe it's about the sila, for the samadhi also, like now the 3 days retreat is meant properly to develop the samadhi. 3 days you are sitting, you are practicing, you are atapi, you are striving for it. For what? So you may gain samadhi. As the Buddha explained one by one, and you practice in the same way, you will reach to that certain destination. So what the Buddha has taught for the enlightenment, no one can, means whoever practices Dhamma, they realize it according to the Dhamma and exactly as it is mentioned, and they attain the enlightenment in this very life. They live free from all the defilements. So no one in this world, any Samanava, Brahmana, gods, ascetics, Mara, divinity, anyone in this world, no one can accuse what? That Buddha's teaching is not well explained. It's not properly explained for enlightenment. There are something gray area that Buddha did not describe. There is nothing. There is nothing. Okay. There is nothing only given to in the ears. In India, there is a one ritual we call Guru Mantra. Okay. People give. When someone goes to the Guru, then they tell in their ear. And only for that person. He doesn't have to tell anyone. And from that moment, that thing becomes your path to enlightenment. Nothing. How can this be? Teaching is pure. Whoever practice, whoever follow, attain the fruits. And we have history of 2000 years. In this 2000 years, anyone practice the path of what the Buddha explained, they have seen the fruits. And still the Buddha's Dhamma is life. No one can accuse with any single cause or any single point, or this is the point the Buddha's Dhamma is wrong. No one can say. For many things, Buddha may have not explained the answers, which is not necessary for enlightenment. He did not give the answers, but for this purpose. For what? Enlightenment. To get rid of defilement. That path, no one can accuse Buddha. You have not done that. No one can. And that is knowing that no one can accuse me, Buddha live secure, blameless, aroused. That is the second thing. Third thing, Anika sata kopaname bhikkhave savaka parisa. Anika sata. Many hundreds in my assembly of disciples have realized this Dhamma. Many people has realized. Tatra. Yes. So, these monks has attained the enlightenment, fully realized it. They are also free from all the defilements. They have finished their suffering for not a single reason, not any reason. that no one can blame that in your disciples, what they are saying that you are enlightened, they are not. No one can accuse the Buddha. When we say this assembly is filled with enlightened, and it is truly filled with enlightened. It's beautiful. So no one can accuse the Buddha. That is the third place. What are the three things no one Buddha doesn't lives blameless? The first, Buddha's teaching is pure. There is nothing no one can accuse. Buddha did not taught these things. Second one, the path of enlightenment is very well explained. It is complete path. There is nothing the missing puzzles. You don't have to solve anything. There is no Rubik cube in Dhamma that you after you solve you will get a prize. No, it is completely explained. Every step Buddha explained. Something follow and you realize. And for third one, who follows that path, they attained the enlightenment, and they were sitting close to the Buddha. These enlightened monks were there, and no one can accuse they are not enlightened. The assembly is not filled with enlightened. Knowing that, Buddha lives blameless, aroused, free of worry. These are, Buddha says, imehi tihi anupavajjo. These are three things no one can accuse him. Lives blamelessly. Imani ko bhikkave chattari tathagatasa arakkheyyani. Imehi jatihi anupavajjo. These are the four things that Buddha lives, means nothing to hide. These four things Buddha do not need to hide, and three things he is blameless. These three things. So this is beautiful sutta. I was reading and I was very happy. This was beautiful sutta, the Buddha's teaching. Knowing this, understanding that I went refuge to the Buddha has these qualities. If we compared our life with his, we need to stay completely covered because our body, speech, and mind are filled with the stains. But the Buddha's not. This much time has passed, but still his image is pure. Many teaching has transformed into the several sects, like Mahayana has happened, Vajrayana has happened. The different, so many ways is divided. Still, they keep the Buddha's image pure. Here also in Buddhism also, so many, in Savirvada, several changes has happened. So many things has changed, but still Buddha's this teaching still remains pure after passing. And that is a marvelous for us. That is a marvelous. So feel confident on yourself. Develop confidence on Buddha. What? That I went refuge to someone who is blameless, worthy of all. These qualities possessed by Buddha, and I am a disciple of him. So may this sutta be helpful for all of us to develop unshakable confidence on Buddha. May this sutta be helpful for all of us to realize the Dhamma in this Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.